The African man, that's a good question. So the Dash integration brought the Keystore login method. So with another integration, would we have other login methods added? Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw the screenshot that I posted um, about this. Let's see if I can grab it. Here, I'm pasting this screenshot in the threadcast now. So you can see that there's some new login methods here in the join Inleo page. Um, so yeah, we are working on new integrations. It's not there's like so with Keystore, we actually have opened up the doors to a lot of, different integrations with other blockchains. Obviously Dash being our first and foremost focus on that. But it also opens us up to a lot of other chains and being able to integrate them. So um, we you know we essentially don't have to add more login methods for a lot of the collaborations that we're aiming to do this year. That being said, having more wallet options will essentially just make it easier for other users to sign up and join Hive through Inleo. So we're working on Phantom, Control, Vultisig, MetaMask, and a few other major wallets. We've actually built this entire wallet framework. Uh, and we're going to be releasing it to LeoDex first and then Inleo second. Um, but this wallet framework will allow you to sign up and join Hive using pretty much any wallet. So, I think there's like 15 to 20 wallets that we've already got integrated. So we're going to be releasing that framework. We'll most likely release the Hive part of it, one by one. I think it's a better approach to do it that way. And they all use essentially what LeoAuth uses to sign people in. They all kind of use something similar. So like you'll notice for Keystore, the update for Keystore since yesterday is that when you sign in, it now encrypts your posting key locally when you sign in with Keystore. And then if you want to do anything with active key operations, so like sending funds, powering up Leo, powering up Hive, it requires that you re-sign in with Keystore. You sign that one transaction, and then your active key is immediate. Like there's no exposure on your active key. So then, if you want to go do another transaction of any kind, you have to re-enter your active your for Keystore. You have to re-sign in with Keystore in order to do that operation. And then LeoAuth works the same way with obviously just entering the key directly. Um, so with all these new wallet options, they're all working the same way, kind of on that same base framework. So this update to LeoAuth actually is a really important one. If our focus is security, which it is, we need to make sure that every wallet option has, high security, as high as we can make it without sacrificing user experience. Um, so this update with, going to the local storage method with posting key only, it does put a small hamper on user experience. So if you go play with LeoAuth or Keystore now, you'll notice that the user experience is a little bit more broken up. We've done our best to not hamper the user experience too much, but also still maintain that high level of security. So like I said, the main hit on user experience is that now, with LeoAuth, every time you leave the site and come back, you have to re-enter your PIN code. That being said, it's a 6-digit PIN code. It's really fast. Like you can just make a PIN code that you know easily. It does need to be somewhat secure, otherwise the UI won't let you use it. But it's really easy to just come in and enter a quick PIN code. And I'm sure over time you'll get even faster with it. So again, that's one thing. And then with active, operations, especially for Keystore users, you do have to re-upload your Keystore file and enter your decryption password every time you do a financial transaction. But I hope that, especially if you're like a crypto Keystore user, you appreciate the added level of security that brings. So it's, just one extra step. And I spent a lot of time thinking about this, that the average user doesn't really make a ton of financial transactions per day. How often is a Keystore user really like cashing out Dash or powering up Leo or powering up Hive? It's most likely not more than a once a day occurrence, if even that. It's probably a few times a week for a power user. So yeah, I don't think it's a huge hamper on the user experience, but it does add an extra step, and the trade-off is that you get more security. So that's why we originally developed it the way we did. And, after receiving the feedback that people weren't happy with the security level, that's why we changed things to the way they are now. Brando said the phantom login method will be gold. So many people are already using that wallet. Yeah, I agree. It's like I said, there's so many, extensions out there and different login methods and crypto wallets. And it's really important that we, continue to develop and add more optionality for potential people that we want to onboard to Hive. So, I'm very happy with Keystore and how it's working and with the LeoAuth updates as well. And expanding that to more wallet options is just going to be a huge net positive for the Hive ecosystem. So if you missed it, one big update to the Inleo proposal lately, and I saw few of you guys asking about it, is that we are open sourcing all of Inleo's onboarding and sign-in methods. So obviously making those as secure as possible, improving the code base is a really important thing to do right now. And then, moving on a path towards open sourcing it, within the next kind of 30 to 60 days is my goal. And push that fully open source so that all Hive UIs can tap in. One major benefit of this will be that if another Hive UI wants to integrate Keystore logins, for example, I want to make that really easy for them with like a plug and play API, so they can just use a simple API call, and then they can design a UI around that API call. And then anyone who signed up with Keystore on Inleo can then go log into PeakD or Ecency or ThreeSpeak, or Like2 or some of these other platforms using their Keystore wallet. So again, they can kind of explore the Hive ecosystem more without having that huge burden of saying, hey, go download this new browser extension called Hive Keychain and learn about it. And you need to do all these things before you can use other Hive apps. I think it's too much of a burden to ask a brand new user to do that. And I also think that, over time, the education drip that I kept talking about, it is the best way to get them into Hive Keychain in the future. And when we do all these partnerships and collaborations, getting them, my goal is to create more Hive users. Obviously I want more Inleo users as well, but I'm a big fan, and I've said this for years, of a rising tide raises all ships. And when we do these collaborations and we onboard other ecosystems like we did with Dash, I want these new users to be able to use all the different Hive apps very easily. And I think that onboarding will be a lot more sticky and effective, and the retention rate will be better if we have these login methods on other UIs, not just Inleo. So right now, Inleo is the only one that has, Keystore, for example. And when we integrate these other wallets, which the work is actually done for those, we just have to, we have it in beta and we just have to release them. For things like Phantom, Control Wallet and other wallets, we want to make sure that other Hive UIs have the option, if they want to, have those sign-in methods, so that they can benefit from all the marketing and collaborations that we're doing as part of the DHF proposal.